face, scratch my eyes more than I can take. One mistake, share my heart, you watch it beat. I feel the pain, knock me off my feet. I'm on my knees. Oh, the fear, the world you see is not what's in my head. In my head, what I hear, afraid to lose the souls that's in my head. In my head. Oh, the fear, the world you see is not what's in my head. In my head, what I hear, afraid to lose the souls that's in my head. In my head. Oh, the fear, the world you see is not what's in my head. In my head, what I hear, afraid to lose the souls that's in my head. In my head.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. I do believe that the sound is okay. Let me turn it up on myself a little bit so that I can also hear it. Yeah, happy Thursday, guys. Welcome to the stream where we do some technical analysis. Scan the charts, try to find the mythical edge. Take the trade, right? Make a little money. So, yeah, we're going to talk about everything, right? This is not a channel for one specific thing. It could be about whatever you want it to be. Anything that's got a chart on it, throw it at me. I'd be happy to take a look at it for you. It's free analysis, free opinion, right? This is not financial advice. This is just one guy's opinion. One guy in a hat with a Fort Worth shirt on. All right. So yeah, come in, come hang out, say what's up. If you got a specific stock that you're feeling sweet on, send it on through to me, all right? But as always, we're gonna start it off with the Big Daddy Bitcoin here, okay? And the daily candle closed about 40 minutes ago, about 43 minutes ago, and I'm a little bit late to this one. I apologize for that. I was about to go live, and then Taylor, it's my girlfriend, she texted me that somebody had followed her out of the gym, so that was cool. Love it when dudes are creeps, great. So I had to call, check on that, and so delayed a little bit, but hey, man, some things are just more important than the charts. But as far as Bitcoin goes, you were down 5.72% on the day. All right, so you had a big bearish engulfing candle. Negative momentum is just continuing to build, so not looking fantastic, but this is the time to prepare. When things are selling off, when stuff is looking bad, everybody's freaking out, you gotta look below. When support is broken, look for the lower levels that it makes sense for this to go to, and then look for reversal signals. All right, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So Bitcoin broke down below 58,390. It's not great, and where we're most likely heading is down to 53,000. All right, that's the long and short of it. It makes the most sense for it to go down there. That is right down at the 50% retrace, which is something Bitcoin loves to do. Made that retrace from this low back here back in July, remember, to the peak here, 50% retrace. So it's not uncommon for Bitcoin to do that. As we know, especially during these months, and especially during its runs, this is a 50% retrace. Up to here is 50% retrace. All right, it just does it a lot. So wouldn't be crazy to see it happen again at historical levels of support after 50% retrace. And at that point, I don't know. The daily is going to be a tough sell to start getting some Class A bullish divergence, but that is where you would look for it. All right, so if we can start to get some lower levels down here on the oscillators, maybe it comes up here and then comes like this, but is lower as the price is selling off, right? That would show exhaustion of the sellers at critical levels, and that's exactly what we want to see. All right, so big bearish engulfing candle breaking that support. I mean, you're most likely heading to 53. All right, so just be prepared for that. And if you've got some dry powder on the side, if you've got some ammunition on the belt, you might want to fire it off at 53,000. If we're showing signs of reversal, always want to wait for that confirmation, but that's most likely where we're heading. All right. So we get a better idea. Move it over to the 4 hour. All right, so the 4 hour. So the 4 hour is actually showing some signs of Class A bullish divergence right now. All right, so you've got a higher low on the oscillator here. You've also got it on the RSI. All right, so you've got higher lows on the RSI, on the MACD, starting to develop back towards the upside. Okay, interesting. All right, now this blue formation right here, this is what's called a bullish butterfly harmonic pattern. So the harmonic patterns are just extensions of Fibonacci levels. And what you could do is just anchor your point from a swing low and put it to the swing high like you would normally with Fibonacci. And then you can go ahead and find, look left, look at your numbers, and see where price kind of correlates with that. All right. That is the best way I know how to identify where harmonics are. Start with the Fibonacci and just look for a general M shape. The letter M, as in marriage. I don't know, dude. This is Sesame Street. Look for M-type patterns, and then you can start to determine which harmonic it might be based on point B. All right, depends on the retrace, depends on where C lines up with A, if it's higher than A, lower than A, right? So the bullish butterfly needs a retracement of 786, so a 78.6% retrace down at point B, and then it either goes to the 1272 or the 1618 of the Fibonacci extension from there. And just to show you what I mean, I plotted it here, right? You'll notice the 1618 from this Fibonacci extension lines up exactly where the pattern completion zone is. So the pattern completion zone of this bullish butterfly harmonic is down here, point D. You'll notice it's right around the 50% retrace that we saw on the daily. In fact, it almost lines up perfectly. So what that does is just adds another ingredient to the sandwich, right? So there's the 50% retrace. Let's move it to the 4 hour, and I want to, you can just show this on the daily by doing this. All right, just double click on the pattern, move it over to visibility, and then just click on days. So now it's showing on the hourly and the daily. So now when we move it to the daily, it's gonna look a little bit tighter. Do I have anything for that?
Okay.
It's gonna look a little bit tighter, but it's still gonna hold up. And just look right? Look at where the 50% retrace is for the Fibonacci. Look at where the pattern completion zone lines up at historical support, all right? So it just makes sense for this to be an area to see reversal for Bitcoin, all right? So I do like the Class A bullish divergence that you're seemingly starting to see here. Okay, so we'll see if that plays out, but the daily's not looking good, so we'll see. We'll see. Yo, dude, yeah, man, Bitcoin being kind of gross. But at the same time, as long as you're not totally strapped for cash and have nothing, if you got a little dry powder laying around, a little tinder to start your fire, make it nice and hot, you might want to deploy it down at 53. If it gets down there, okay? 4 hour might not let it get there. So, Class A bullish divergence, MACD, 4 hour, cool. And I wanted to say, where is this even at? What is this? Like, this is like the 1-2, I mean, this is around the 1272 of the bullish butterfly. So maybe you're getting the 1272 butterfly instead of the 1618. It's hard not to like the 1618 butterfly because it lines up perfectly with the 50% retrace, which is what Bitcoin does all the time. You've also broken through major levels of support, right? Looking left, back from May, back from February. So breaking the support, usually bad. Very bearish candle on the last daily close. So the only thing really on the 4 hour side is some Class A bullish divergence, kind of. I mean, you can't argue that it's not. It is. But you need some kind of candle confirmation here. You need like a bullish engulfing candle that would solidify a little bit more the argument for 4 hour Class A to push it back up above the levels of support, right? Because you haven't been below it since October 14th. Yeah. So it's been over a month that you've been above this level, and now you're below it again. So not good. Below the 200-day moving average. I need to change that color. I can barely see that bitch. Maybe a little dry powder laying around, though. Gotta pay my closing cost. Yeah, dude, you're buying a house. You don't got any dry powder. What are you talking about? Here's what I say. Back out of the deal. Well, here's what I would say. Let me think. Take the mortgage. Yeah, just back out of the deal and take all the money you were going to put down on the home and on the closing costs. Just put it all on Bitcoin at 53,000. Okay. This is not financial advice. Don't actually do that, man. Houses are cool. You invest because you want to buy things like houses, right? That's okay, dude. You don't need the dry powder. It's all good. All good. Get the house. Take care of the priorities. Get a pupper in there. Well, I know you're getting puppers in there, but yeah. And hey, man, if you don't have a pile of dry powder, I know you got little sparks probably. And if you don't want to actively look at this stuff, dude, just dollar cost average it, man. That's the easiest way to get involved without having to worry about the price. Okay. Every week. I mean, I have it going. I wait for opportunity to put bulk amounts in. That makes sense. But, I mean, I just have a small amount every week. Every week, no matter the price, right? Dollar cost average and swing trade and long-term trade, all right? There's a lot of different strategies. You don't have to stick to one thing. Swing trading is just fun in the shorter term, but there's definitely things that I hold longer term and just average my way into. It's not a bad strategy whatsoever. But yeah, Bitcoin playing off the bearish shark into a bullish butterfly. It's like Animal Planet up in here. Where's Steve Irwin at, dude? You know what I'm saying? Wow, I got rid of my... No, I didn't.
Wow, what a great audience.
Title company told me to have my checkbook ready to go tomorrow. Your check. Do you actually have a checkbook? Your checkbook, or you like keep track of everything? Your liabilities, your was it assets and liabilities? Wow, dude. Wow. I think that's it. Oh, credits and debits, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, all those accounting classes really coming in handy. Title company told me to have my checkbook ready in case an additional cost pops up at the last second. Obviously, I don't own it. Oh, wow. I gotta read the rest of the freaking thing before I start talking. You don't own a checkbook, might just offer to give them 10 Bitcoin. Hey, okay, yeah, you got 10 Bitcoin? You know how much 10 Bitcoin is worth? It's worth $570,000. If you have 10 Bitcoin, you've been a liar. You've been holding out all this time, all right? And I don't really like that.
Nope.
So yeah, man. Maybe the, okay, so the 4 hours showing some Class A bullish divergence. Maybe the hourly is also showing something. Let's take a look. That would strengthen the argument for the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, you've got some Class A on the 4 hour as well. Higher low. Is the music too loud, by the way? I'm tempted to turn it, I turned it up a little bit because I feel like it was just a little bit too low. But if the music is too loud, let me know, because otherwise the whole, you know what? I'm gonna make a call here and just turn it down a little bit. Ah, there we go. No harm, no foul. Yeah, dude, 10 Bitcoin would be nice. Let's see here. Yeah, Class A bullish divergence is showing on the hourly as well. Okay, so you have higher low on the MACD. It's starting to go back towards the green area, and you're making lower lows. Okay, so I mean, that might be playing into the 4 hours Class A bullish divergence. You also have it on the RSI. Okay, take it from this low, higher lows, right? Higher lows, higher buying momentum with lower low in price just signals exhaustion for sellers. A reversal signal back towards the upside. But on the hourly, the 4 hour, okay, it's whatever. Again, when you're starting to get divergence like this, you really want to see some kind of candlestick pattern confirmation, an evening or a morning star, a bullish engulfing, something like that, right? As of right now, just having the divergence, okay. Closing below this level with such a bearish candle in the daily is really not great for the next few days or couple days as far as projecting out. It's not a good sign for it. So we'll see, man. We'll see if that 4 hour can whip it into shape. But you certainly don't have any kind of Class A bullish divergence on the daily. All right. Significant time scale. You want to start seeing that. So let's move it off of Bitcoin after we take a look at the weekly. Yuck. Not good at all. That's a big bearish engulfing candle. You have 3 days to get yourself into shape, but if it were to close right now, I don't know, man. That's not good. Not good as far as the weekly time scale. So we'll see. Start showing signs of reversal down here at 53. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Move it over to total market cap here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Make it easier for the folks at home, you know? Okay. So here's kind of the thing. Here's the thing. You have a discernible swing low here. All right. Yeah, you have negative momentum here, but it's not like a swing low that you can really, it's not discernible. The definition of discernible is like obvious, right? An obvious low here. So to me, if you make a low higher than this, I would consider that hidden bullish divergence. All right. Yeah, you've got the negative momentum down here and you're at it. You haven't gone below it yet. You're holding the support back here from May 12th and this support here from September 6th. So you're at major levels of support. And I think the daily actually closed below it. Let me see. Yeah. Well, I'd be okay with doing this. The candle close really is the highest point that traders actually set it up. So you close like right at it. I would even add another one right here. All right, candle close here from September 6th, September 7th. So there's gonna be some major levels, and also regarded, October 27th, October 28th, touched multiple times this whole time here through October 6th to the 13th. So if you fall below that, so that's kind of the thing, right? If you fall below major levels of support, but start to make, a swing up, yeah, you'll have some hidden bullish divergence, which will get you back up to those levels, but then it's major resistance on the way back up. So, okay, the argument might be there to say the hidden bullish divergence is strong enough to push you through it, but you don't know. And you'd have to start seeing some serious, some pretty serious price action as far as candle confirmation, stuff like that, to argue breaking back through if you fall below, all right? So it's kind of like a catch-22 right there. You might make some hidden bullish divergence, but you're below major levels of support, which would then be resistance. So at $2.497 trillion, we'll see. I mean, the next stop, if you do close below this and fall through, if Bitcoin decides it wants to keep going down to like 53, next stop's probably 2.214. All right, highest point back here from April 15th. Also a shoulder here back in September, 17th, 18th, touched a couple times a little more recently in October. So I could definitely see that. That even is right down around the 618. So golden retrace zone, major level of historical support. Get down into there and then start showing bullish divergence or something. It's tricky. This one's tough because you have a discernible swing low, but you do have negative momentum here. So it's like, 4 hours below the 200-day moving average. When did it get below that? Officially closed below it November 16th. All right, so that was like 2 days ago. So, I mean, very recent that you are now below the 200-day moving average. You are below the 200-day moving average for the first time since October 1st. Okay, so it's been about a month, a little over a month and a half that you were above it, and you are now once again below it. So, not good. You're not showing, well, you're starting to kind of show if you can continue to pivot here, Class A bullish divergence. My computer is showing Class A technical issue divergence. Okay, making lower lows, momentum seemingly trying to go towards the positive. You've got a big green candle showing here. All right, so close it out. 3 hours to close it, but close a bullish engulfing at this level. Okay, all right. Don't hate that at local highs back from May. Okay, you don't hate to see that. Maybe there's a little bit of hopium here on the 4 hour because you do have it on the RSI as well, right? This looks kind of similar to Bitcoin, except Bitcoin is below its major level of support, looking straight at 53,000 in the eye like it's going to square up. This is kind of at a point of support. So, I mean, okay, there's a little bit of hope there. A little bit of an argument. Maybe we get a reversal off the 4 hour here, but that daily, man, it's not even oversold. Not even oversold on the daily yet, so we'll see, man. If this, if you do fall below 2.436 and close, you're most likely heading to 2.398. Okay, which lines up almost perfectly with the 50% retrace. And that's that peak here from September 7th. So you're at major levels of support. Okay, we'll see what happens. 4 hour, not bad. All right, it's not all doom and gloom here. But that's a total market cap. Let's take a look at the weekly, see if that's anything. Yeah, again, just another giant red candle. A bearish engulfing candle up there is just not good, man. And we're talking extended out for, it's the weekly, right? So weeks. The next weekly candle could just be another big red candle down. Or it might be an industry. I mean, we don't know, but bearish engulfing candles in this context at this level after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of straight green candles, you could definitely see a drawdown. I mean, you saw it up here, pulled the asset down about what, 20%? That was from the top, so the top of this one, 20% brings you right around to the 618. So if you have something similar to what happened back here in September, you're going down around 6.18, which is around $2.25 trillion. So we'll see, but you don't typically get big green candles after a bearish engulfing like that. So we could see this play out for a couple weeks. All right. Total market cap. Yuck. Except the 4 hour, but yuck. All right, let's move it to Ethereum, see if Ethereum's looking any better. We know that Ethereum to Bitcoin looked like it was going to outperform, looked better on the chart, which is good. You know, it might sell off less than Bitcoin. We've seen it do that before in the past. You are currently, let's see here. Yeah, you're right at the support here from September 6th. So, still building negative momentum, so I don't see any kind of reversal. Ethereum's argument here, really, if you can get past on the MACD 89.88, you might even be, let's do this. Let's make it easy on Ryan. I'm not sitting here like an idiot. Okay, I mean, you're past it. You're past it. So technically, as long as you make a low higher than this low back here from September, you will have hidden bullish divergence, okay? Now, is that going to be enough to push you back up over these major resistance points? I don't know. It might get you back to them, but then you could reject off. I'm not sure. I really don't know. And the fact, too, is that if Bitcoin continues to dump, yeah, you're showing hidden bullish divergence on Ethereum, and maybe it doesn't perform as bad as Bitcoin. Maybe it levels out a little bit, but it ain't going anywhere. It's certainly not getting to 5,000 if Bitcoin keeps dumping. So who knows, though? This could be good. You're at levels of support. You have one more below you at $3,677. If Bitcoin can get its act together at 53,000, that's coming up, then this can actually play out its hidden bullish divergence at levels of support. That could actually be pretty strong. So we will see, and you might get something like this. You might see an ABCD, right? Not quite to the 618, okay, maybe. And then up to the 1618. Even the 1272 would be considered valid, but that would put you right at like 5,283, something like that. So that's if you fall below. If you break this support, you're heading down to C, which is right around the 618. Good enough. You always have a 3% swing when it comes to harmonic structures, patterns. So 59 is acceptable as a 618C spot. You could see an ABCD play out like that. Definitely. All right. So close to 5,000, and yet so far.
Nope.
What's going on, guys? If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the pause button. Whatever you want to hit. Click on my face. Have some fun with it, all right? You don't have fun in these markets, you go insane. You don't have fun in these markets, you're gonna have a bad time, all right? If you buy at levels of resistance, you're gonna have a bad time. If you buy at points where it's overbought, you're gonna have a bad time, all right? Buying at levels of support, showing resistance on the oscillators, is like doing pizza and french fry when you're supposed to, okay? Your pizza and your french frying at the right times, you're gonna have a good time, okay? Let's see. Remember, we had some Class A bullish divergence going on the 4 hour with Bitcoin, right? Do we have it? We also have it on Ethereum. Would you look at that? What a shock. So look. Higher low. Forming. Trying. And Ethereum actually has a bullish engulfing candle at the moment. Okay, so it's got 3 hours to go. But it currently has a bullish engulfing candle. That's what we won on Bitcoin. So the thing to look out for on Ethereum's 4 hour chart is this trend line on the RSI. Okay, so when you start getting close to that, that is going to act as a point of resistance, and you can actually see it sell off. And when it's approaching that trend line on the RSI, you might want to be a little cautious about buying Ethereum. But the reality on Ethereum is that you are at the pattern completion zone of a bullish butterfly. Okay, the 1618 locally here at major levels of historical support, September 6th. All right, and you're now showing some Class A bullish divergence. So let's break it down here. Excuse me. Let's break it down.
Yes!
You have Class A bullish divergence on the MACD and the RSI. You're at the pattern completion zone of a bullish butterfly at historical support, painting a bullish engulfing candle. All right, that's what, four things? 5 maybe? ingredients that you have going on for Ethereum right now. Good. Ethereum looking good on the Bitcoin to Ethereum chart. Good. You could see maybe a little local reversal here at this point. The daily doesn't look good, but maybe the 4 hour is good enough to, with all of these things, pattern completion zone, Class A bullish divergence, historical support, Japanese candlestick, pattern confirmations. That might be enough to start getting the daily to shift back towards the upside and start getting this red momentum to turn light red, to start shifting back towards the upside, at which case you will develop the hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Nice.
Nice!
Are you not entertained?
Okay. So let's see.
Are you guys having a killer time?
Okay. So that is Ethereum. Yeah. Let's see it on the weekly. Okay. Another giant, disgusting, bearish engulfing candle. Gross. Really gross. Always gross to see that kind of thing. And this one's not even just a bearish engulfing candle. This would be an evening doji star, which is even stronger than the bearish engulfing candle. So, okay, on the weekly, don't love it. I really only like it on the 4 hour right now. So we need to see some action, and we need to see it now. All right. I didn't even check on the weekly for Bitcoin. Is there like a star? Yeah. So see, this is like a little bit different. You don't have a evening star on Bitcoin. This is just, I mean, actually, Bitcoin is kind of like a 3-line strike in the wrong direction, in the negative direction, in the bearish direction. You have like a bearish 3-line strike going on, but that's so gross. So you got an evening doji star potentially, if it can't get back up on Ethereum on the weekly, and then you've got a 3-line strike on Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know, dude. That's really not good. But we'll see. We will see. We will see. All right. Yeah. Okay. Take a look at Cardano. Another one of the top coins. I believe you're at this point, you're kind of hanging on to a Fibonacci level. I mean, you're right at the 618. You closed below the 618 on the daily, on the most recent candle close. Also, the first time the daily has gotten below the 200-day moving average. I mean, good God, since July. So, I mean, gross, dude. That's very gross. Not good. I mean, where even are we going? I mean, we're heading down to the 786, most likely. Yeah. Notice these peaks back here. March 18th, April 16th, July 5th, lining right up with that 786 retrace. All right. You fall below. I mean, you're below, man. I don't know. I don't even know why this box is really where it was. I know it was there for a reason, but you're below the 618 at this point. You're below the highest point trader set it up back here, June 3rd. I don't know what you're holding on to. This peak from May 27th, maybe? Not really even. You're below that too. So, I mean, you're most likely heading down here to the 786. Historical peaks, flexion points. Negative momentum is just building. And down there, where are we at down there? $1.47, $1.47 and a half for Cardano. All right, being below that 200-day moving average, that's gross, man. You really don't like to see that. We need triple yucks for that. Maybe all right, come on. Maybe the 4 hour's helping us out a little bit here. I mean, the 4 hour, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, showing some Class A bullish divergence, sure. Showing some reversal signals, right? Higher lows on the oscillators. And lower lows on price, right? Right.
Right.
Yucky indeed, Nick. Yucky indeed. So maybe get a little reversal, but man, you're below major levels. So I don't know, dude. I don't think 4-hour Class A bullish divergence is strong enough to warrant reversals at this point, right? Below 200-day moving average, below major levels of support, right? Below Fibonacci levels. 4-hour divergence is just one thing. Ethereum is showing, multiple things. Pattern completion zone. I don't think Cardano did have a potential harmonic on it, I do believe. And remember the harmonic. This is how you do the harmonic. From the anchor points, your bottom anchor to your top anchor. We would take it down to this candle here. I mean, where's that? 618, the 786. I mean, that's not a harmonic. It's not a formal harmonic by any means. The 886 would give you a bullish bat. Maybe. Nah, I'm trying to give you a Gartley, but I just can't do it. So this is not a harmonic. The 886 would be the harmonic, and good God, I mean, at that point, you'd be down at $1.26. That's right, dude. Yuck, yuck. You like that? You been looking at anything, dude? When's Obe TA gonna go public? So I cannot buy it.
Okay!
All right. Yeah, dude. Kind of gross. This is how we're feeling on the inside, but we smile on the inside. We might be a little bit scared, but we're prepared because we watch. All right. If you're not looking at this stuff, you have no clue. You're just, I don't know. It's at $1.80. I think it's gonna go up because it's been selling off. So I think it's gonna go up. I feel like it's gonna go up. It's been selling off. It's gotta reverse, right? Wrong.
Don't be rude.
They're soft, and I'll admit it. Oh, you never know, man. Careful. If this ever blows up, and a Obe TA rep gets in here, they're gonna be like, "Wait, isn't that our HR? Isn't that our HR guy? Did our HR guy just call it soft?" Mr. Obe TA will have he'll be calling you tomorrow morning bright and early. You don't want to buy public, trusty boy. Yeah, I know. I knew that. Well, mostly from your... Well, you only ever have nice things to say about Obe TA as a company, and if I was in their industry, would be honored to work there based on your word. You're a great employee, and you've always spoken very fondly of them. Okay, 786. That's looking like where we're going. Okay. Watch, the 4 hours gonna play out. Oh, look, did it reverse on the 4 hour? Okay, maybe. Probably not. Okay, Nick, this one is for you. I know this is you're a big fan of Litecoin here. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't gotten a chance to look at it today, so I'm doing this live, man. We'll do it live. F it. Pattern completion zone of a bullish bat. Look at that. So Litecoin is actually at the pattern completion zone of a bullish bat. The 886 pattern completion zone, 50% retrace to B. That's the max the bat can have. Lower C. So it's at the pattern completion zone of a harmonic. Cool. It's seemingly waning in negative momentum on the MACD, but not on the RSI. Yuck. The other ones at least had it on the RSI. Litecoin can't even get it on the RSI. What's going on? What's going on here? The daily looks gross. Okay, I mean, if you could pivot, that's pathetic. This is a pathetic swing low, if we want to call it that. You close below levels of historical support back here from May 27th. This peak here from October 21st. Touched it again, November 3rd. A little bit gross right now, not happy about it. Yeah, man. And now you're trying to get back above it. You can see the daily candle is like, ugh. Trying, but can't. At least you're above the 200-day moving average, all right? That's okay. Not going to act as a point of resistance yet, but where are you from? This real swing low. Let's take a look. All right, Antonio, let's go. There we go. All right. Right at the 618. All right, so you are at major levels of reversal at the 618. Let's go ahead and make sure we have this set up on the candle closes. Yeah. I don't know, man, because then if you fall below, if you fall down to the, you might get some support here, back from this peak June 3rd to keep you above the 200-day moving average. I mean, next stop 786, but let's take a look at the 4 hour. Well, we already looked at it, but let's look at it again. The 4 hours below the 200-day moving average, though, for the first time. I hate saying that. I hate saying that on the way down when things are selling off. I hate saying for the first time because it's always bad. For the first time since really, I mean, you kind of closed by October 13th. Not really. First time since, god dang, October 6th. So a month and a half above the 200-day moving average. And now you're below it. All right. There's a lot going on here. Pattern completion zone of the bullish bat at the 618. Near historical support, but technically below it. But you're trying to get back above it. But you can see the wick barely got above it before coming back down. So it's like you're not making decisive moves to get above it. It's showing hesitation at support. Or, I'm sorry, now at resistance. Was support before your prior candle close broke through it. So, man. And of course, Bitcoin can't get its ish together. I'm going down with it. All right. Yuck.
Nope.
Hey, Litecoin, you want to get above the 200-day moving average?
Nope.
You want to get back above support?
Nope.
You want to bounce off the 618 and then reverse and make all-time highs?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Litecoin going to Litecoin. Going to do its thing. Do whatever it wants. Has no master. Okay. Not Voodoo Ranger tonight. This is that Level Up. It's called Level Up. It's by, dang, man. I can't even remember the brewery that makes it. Yard House. Haha. Got it. Yard House. Level Up. I bought it because it represented, the image was Donkey Kong, the old original Nintendo Donkey Kong, where it's like pixelated and he's throwing barrels down the chutes and ladders. Pretty cool. It was cool. So it piqued my childish interests, and it made me buy it, right? Like they advertised it for kids, and it's a dang Indian Pale Ale. Indian Pale Ale for adolescents. Maybe that actually stands for Indian Pale Adolescent. Maybe. No chance of a Yard House sponsor. What? You think Voodoo Ranger could sponsor me, but not Yard House? You know, dude, you're getting a spin. You're getting a spin for that. Knew it. No chance of a Yard House sponsor. All right, that's something a peasant would say. And what do you know? The wheel gave it to you. You ask, you shall receive. Speaking of DK, he's going to lose to more than a Thielen this week. Oh, am I playing you, dude? My team is terrible. I hate my team. My team is like, I should change it to the handcuffs. I should change it to Arrested Development. That's like what my team is. I need a bunch of people to get injured so that my guys, I got Madison, I got Durnest, Johnson, I got a bunch of dudes where I need the main guys to go, and then they're monsters. And I traded for him even, and I just can't. I traded Dalvin away for Johnson. And yeah, look where that got me. Anywho, let's go ahead. We'll get back to the charts here. Litecoin. Looking kind of gross like everything else. All right, start to pivot with a weekly. Oh, man. If that ain't some dang dark cloud cover, I don't know what is. Dark cloud cover is when you get a red candlestick that penetrates about 50% into the prior green. you had a bullish engulfing for a hot second before pulling up a little bit, but I mean, you've almost got a bullish or a bearish engulfing candle. It's gross, dude. That's a gross candle. No Class A bearish divergence, which is good. Okay, might not be too major of a sell-off at that point, but you don't like to see that, man. Damon Harris head-to-head against Kobe Myers tonight. Move on to AVAX. All right, dude, we'll look at Avalanche. Shoot, what time is it? 8:23? Dude, I didn't adjust anything. I don't know if I started him or what's up. I started him. I don't know that I wanted to do that. I mean, yeah, he's playing the Okay. Yeah, he's playing the Falcons. All right, let's go, Damian Harris. Twist an ankle. Not really. I don't really care that much. All right, dude. Let's take a look at Avalanche. What did it close on the day? Okay, it was down 6.5%. Chilling out at $100 at the top of the second target that we had set up. All right, got in around $67. First target was $89. Second target was right around $100. So 2 targets hit before Bitcoin started doing its thing. Might start to sell off now. We'll see. In a bit of a rising wedge. Yeah, a little scuff. Kind of just a channel. Not too wedgy, just in the middle of this channel. So with the way things are going, could see it come down, test the level of support back here from September 24th, end the channel. Avalanche, AVAX looks a lot different than what we've been looking at. Looks a lot different from Bitcoin. Who's going to score? Damian Harris? Damian Harris sucks. DH stands for designated hitter. Everybody knows designated hitters suck. Just kidding. If you're a designated hitter, sorry, I guess. But be a starter, you know? Be a starter. Work harder, become a starter. I like that. Work harder, become a starter. Might have to write that down. I'll get it later. Yeah, like, look at Avalanche. You don't need. Well, maybe you do. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour was showing hidden bullish divergence, okay? Continuously higher levels of positive momentum at higher highs, right? So you don't have the bearish divergence that a lot of the other assets were showing. Avalanche is looking very strong, okay? And I know Avalanche, I did a little research on it finally. It's supposed to be a processor. It's like a Cardano type of deal, Ethereum type of deal. Very fast platform, apparently faster than Cardano and stuff, so I guess they're doing something right. But yeah, man, consecutive higher highs, higher lows. Looking tough, man. Right in the middle, as I said, of this channel. So there's nothing crazy going on with Avalanche to signal a reversal to the downside. Now, Bitcoin dumping hasn't affected it yet, but if it really gets crazy, it might have an effect on it. It's kind of interesting. Not every coin gets affected. Very few you'll see have their own stuff going on and can outperform, but that's usually like news-driven kind of stuff. Crypto.com buying a stadium, buying the Laker Stadium, that kind of stuff can counter Bitcoin's meta effect, but I don't know what Avalanche is really doing necessarily. They're just a good project, I guess. Let's go, dude. Let's go for AVAX. Not that one, but the Avalanche. Let's go. Cool. Nice, man.
It's good. It's good.
Even on the weekly, building positive momentum. I mean, you're pretty overbought on the weekly, so I wouldn't say buying Avalanche right now is a good time. It's actually not a good time to buy Avalanche right now. But definitely looking much better than the other coins. And that third target, I believe, was the result of, yeah, that was like right up around the 2618 Fibonacci extension. That's where third targets often end up around $128. So we'll see. We'll see it maybe get there. I don't see anything implying that it won't unless it decides to follow Bitcoin down. All right. Yeah, man. Avalanche, cool. Looking good. Let's take a look at Nvidia today real quick. Move it over to a stock. The techie has been on a crazy run. Positive momentum starting to build again. You just gapped up on the day, up 8.25%. I know they just crushed earnings, so this gap is earnings related, but you know, they're a major chip manufacturer. There's a chip shortage. When there's a shortage, people want them, right? So it's hard to produce the supply that the demand is asking for. So anytime you got a recipe of low supply and high demand, price goes up. So they're making record profits, record earnings. Go out and try and buy a computer right now, or try to custom build one and buy a chip from Nvidia. It's going to cost you an arm, a leg, and a shoulder. It can cost you a lot, maybe even an ear. You have to tip the guy with an ear. But up 8.25%, and dude, just been on an insane run. I mean, when was the COVID crash on this? Right here. So since the COVID crash, Nvidia is up in the course of almost 2 years, 600%, dude. Wow, on a stock. That's crazy on a stock. Any kind of signs of exhaustion? The weekly is just very overbought. So again, not a time to buy Nvidia, but we can appreciate what it has been doing, what it has accomplished, and still stuff to be taken from this. I mean, the 4-hour was showing some crazy hidden bullish divergence, right? Just going sideways, way higher low and negative momentum. And this is my point. Pay attention to this real quick. I need like an alarm or something. I got to get my sound bites together here. Pay attention.
Come on, man.
When you see this kind of stuff, when you see negative momentum building like this on the oscillators, on the MACD, right? You got a tiny little red island here, but you've just got a mountain of red. And you see price doing this, right? You should be seeing it. It's just going sideways. You should be seeing it go like this, right? That makes sense for the amount of negative momentum going, but it's not. It's staying sideways. That just implies very weak selling. So while the sell orders are coming in, they're so small. They're just little profit-taking motions, nothing big, which just implies that people are shaving off some profits off the top, but they do not want to get rid of the majority of their Nvidia holdings. They want to hold on to as much as they can, and they're just taking some profits out. And it's also showing that people are still buying going on here, but there are definitely there's more selling occurring, but very weak selling. Kind of just indecision selling. So that's very strong to see, this kind of stuff. And yeah, the earnings pumped it up, but if it wasn't the earnings, that 4 hours definitely gonna play out. And there's no definitives here, but I mean, it looked really good. All right, so yeah, that's Nvidia. Let's take a look at Amazon too, man. Amazon doing something it doesn't do a lot. It was up 4% today, which for a market cap the size of Amazon is actually pretty significant. I didn't hear about any news. Did they have earnings today or something? When was their earnings? Nah, their earnings were October 28th and they missed earnings. Would you look at that? Wow. Yeah, I mean, everybody and their mom is buying their Christmas presents from Amazon. I don't know if I missed some kind of news thing, but let's see if there's anything technically. I don't really see any kind of divergence, at least on the daily. Nothing on the 4 hour either. I seen that. Was wondering how it climbed that much. Yeah, Amazon? Yeah, man. Yeah, they had a really good day. Let's see. Maybe you broke. Let's set up some support lines here. I don't really see anything on the surface to explain why. Maybe this candle close here holding above these levels of support was confirmation to traders, it's confirmation to investors. Once it closed here November 17th at this support level after a couple indecisions, it wasn't pushed back below. That might have been the confirmation. It's a little bit of a stretch. That's all I can really kind of see here, though. Looking left at levels of historical resistance back from April, back from September, breaking it and holding it maybe was the trigger that shot it up 4% on the day. Definitely could be the case. Yeah, I mean, Black Friday impact, dude, right around Christmas. I mean, like, they're gonna be selling stuff. I mean, it's just pretty obvious, right? These companies, and they started Black Friday back in like July. So I swear to God, they're going to start in 10 years. Mark my words. I don't know. This guy. Mark my words. In 10 years, when is Thanksgiving? November 25th? On November 26th, they're going to start Black Friday for next year's Thanksgiving. Watch. We'll call it the BFI. The Black Friday Impact. Credit to Nick. Black Friday Impact, all right? That's what's going to happen in 10 years because they keep rolling it back. On November 26th, Amazon's going to come out and say, hey, we started our Black Friday deal for Thanksgiving of 2023. Make sure you get on and take advantage of the deal while you can. Maybe they'll be like 10 minutes past 12 a.m. That's when they'll start it. And then in 10 years from there, it'll only be a minute past 12 a.m. And then it'll only be 30 seconds. And then a second after 12 a.m. is when they'll start. No, I don't know. I'm just being stupid, I guess. But as of right now, yeah, dude. Scumbags. We know what you're doing, and it works. We know what you're doing, it still works. But yeah, up 4% on the day. Amazon, nice. Let's take a look at the weekly. All right, so 19 hours until the weekly closes, and I mean, it's pretty good looking. Positive momentum building. RSI at 63, right around the bullish control zone where buying often occurs. Let's take a look, man. That's a strong break, right? You had an indecision candle in the last week's candle, but then a very strong breakthrough of historical resistance, excuse me. September 7th and April 26th, right? You see these wicks come up. You just touch this price up here at 3,550. Broke above it with confidence. So pretty good for Amazon. You can definitely see it continue on to the future. No divergence or anything to speak of, really, to give it that push. But I mean, you've got a pretty serious W going on. There's not a harmonic, and the way you can tell this is not really a harmonic is that A and C are like too perfect. They'd pretty much be equal. And you don't really want equal as far as A and C go. You want like C to be higher or lower. You don't want it equal. It's just not really how the textbook harmonics play out, all right? Just keep that in mind next time. I spotted a W. Well, if it's perfect, I'd probably let it go. Cool. Amazon. Nice. Take a look at Solana here. All right, because Solana actually doing some things, falling out of some patterns. You don't love to see it, okay? It's like you had this run up and maybe a little bit of a bull flag going on, and then it dumped out through the bottom of the demand line. So closing out of that little local demand line and then also closing out of this rising wedge demand line, not good. All right, not good. Negative momentum just building. No Class A bullish divergence going on yet, so I'm not seeing any kind of reversal on the daily. I bet it's on the 4 hour. Yeah, so a little, but this is like pretty weak, man. pretty weak. And really, you can see it more defined on the 4 hour, this kind of a broadening wedge on the way down. But falling through that demand line and falling below the 200-day moving average for the first time since October 15th. All right. So let's see. Here's how you would here's how you would measure this thing up. All right, you've got this big structure. So the way to measure when it breaks out of the structure, in this case you have a rising wedge, you would take it from the top of the structure. At this point it would be right up around $215 down to the bottom here at about 117. All right, that's where your lowest wick is here on September 21st and your highest wick is here on September 9th. All right, that's when the structure really started. And you want at least 3 touches to confirm the trend line. So we had one here, September 9th, one here, November 6th, and then November 7th. Touch that as well. I would consider that valid. The demand line down here, you just obviously have multiple touches going on. So that is also a valid line. So what you do is you can take a little box, and from the top to the bottom, just measure the measured move. That's what it's called. So what we'll do here is we'll clone it. And I was bumbling around with this earlier, and it's pissing me off because when you move it down, it like extends, and when you move it up, it contracts. I was trying to figure out what the hell that's all about, but I don't know. So what I'm going to do, you put it to where price broke out of the structure. So you can see right here on November 18th, it broke out. So you go to that point and you put the top of the box right at that point where it broke out. Now, let me go ahead, move this to 44.78. I think I'm getting the box accurate by doing that, unless there's some weird mathematical thing I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure that's the right way. That brings you right down around the 50% retrace from your major low back here in July to your high. Actually, kind of wrong there. Hold on, we should tap it. We got to move this up. We had a higher high. This would actually be like up here. So even better. Look at that. Gets you perfectly down to the 618 of the Fibonacci retracement. All right. So measured move of the rising wedge puts you right down at the 618 at $114, $115 really. That's where I would be looking to try and find some support, because it also lines up from this wick back here from September 21st, right? That wick lines up perfectly there with the 618 and the measured move. So keep an eye on Solana down at, what was it, 115? Keep an eye on Solana down at $115.
Nice.
All right. Put it on your watch list. That's it. Put it on the watch list and just keep an eye. Put it on the watch list. Put an alert for $125. If it breaks $125, it will alert you. Take a look at what's going on at that point, and you can be more prepared. You won't miss it. All right. So that's Solana. Unless Bitcoin can get its act together. If Bitcoin can't get its act together, I mean, it's going to continue selling off, and that's an area that makes sense. Cool. All right, Nick, what about you, dude? What are some of your favorite companies? Just that you buy stuff from, food, whatever it is, stuff that you like, right? They say a lot of the time to invest in companies that you use, that you like. Now I don't know if that's necessarily a good strategy, but definitely helps with making some content. In the meantime, though, let's take a look at Tesla. Fanatics. What is that? Do they sell exclusively Philly stuff? Chipotle. Okay. Let's take a look at Chipotle. What is Fanatics? DraftKings. True. You gambler. You degenerate, you. See, I don't know why DraftKings showed up on the left side, but it's not showing up. Oh, there it goes. There's just a little delay. I love quick answers.
My man.
But, all right, we'll take a real quick look at Tesla here, just because Tesla in the news a lot. Interesting, Elon Musk. Dude, I mean, believe it or not, showing hidden bullish divergence even after all of this buying. Look at this higher low forming right now on Tesla. Bullish engulfing candle on the 16th. Okay, gapping up the next day. It's unbelievable, man. Is it a bubble? Is it too much? Is it going crazy? Maybe, but hidden bullish divergence is undeniable on a daily time frame. On the weekly, it was overbought, but it's no longer. It's just in the bullish control zone. So, and you're creating a piercing pattern in 19 hours. Tesla could just continue to the upside. The only way you could target this out is throw that Fibonacci on it. All right, all-time high, obviously going to be the first target, 1,244. We could go ahead and, just for the hell of it, throw some targets here. I guess I would put it down below. So risking like 10%. I mean, I wouldn't even take this trade. You're risking like 10 to make 13. Unless you want to target the 1618 first, 26. That's not even 3 to 1. So I wouldn't necessarily take a trade on Tesla just yet, but I mean, the signs are showing continuation to the upside. So wouldn't personally take a swing trade on it because I need those 3 to 1 odds, but I don't know. I could understand why somebody would want to buy it. Showing this kind of stuff. Do we get any kind of confluence on the 4 hour? Class A bullish divergence on the 4 hour on the RSI. Lower low in price, higher low on the oscillators. Maybe some hidden bearish divergence though on the 4 hour, but that's okay. I mean, you might just come down a little, maybe, and test the trend line before going. It's possible. Or it could just start to build again because the daily looks so freaking good. Crazy. Officially licensed sports merch. Tiz Fanatics. Okay. Officially licensed sports merch. Nice, man. Do you know their ticker? We'll take a look at Chipotle first. Mexican Grill. Their bag made me laugh today. We got them the other day, and I noticed their bag on our dining room table, and it said the only ingredient that's hard to pronounce Chipotle is, in quotes, Chipotle. Ha! You got me. But let's take a look at it, man. Weekly is interesting. Kind of a bull flag going on. Yeah, I mean, Chipotle's kind of got a weekly bull flag going here, so that's interesting. 19 hours, you'll have a big bearish engulfing candle, which isn't great on the weekly time scale. But there's no divergence, so that's good. No bearish divergence. The daily, let me see, if you got above this peak, you're all right. Yeah, you got above it, so narrowly avoided hidden bearish divergence on the daily. No hidden bearish divergence on the daily. Not much looking left, I don't believe. Nah. Kind of up in outer space. You've been consolidating now since August? Selling off a little bit, but kind of consolidating for the most part. If we go ahead and take it, I mean, there's a low here. So if we take it from the low, bouncing around the 50% retrace. Take the low from the major low down here. There's banging going on. I don't understand what it is. Yeah, nothing from that major swing low. A little bit past the 236. Nothing discernible on that count though. Hearing stuff at my door. If I have to get up and you start hearing a struggle or something, I don't know. Call the police. Know where to send them. Shouldn't be the case. But yeah, Chipotle. Interesting. 50% retrace from this swing low back here in July. Come back down. Confirm this as a bottom at $1,749. You can confirm it. Get some kind of candle confirmation there. Continue back to the upside. Yeah, okay. See that maybe. The 4 hour helps you out a little bit. And nope, not really. Below the 200-day moving average. For the first time. That's the theme of this, I guess. Below the 200 MA. FT. For the first time. Yeah, that works. FT. Since June. Ooh. That's not a great sign, but yeah, you might just come down and test the trend line here as well as the support at 1,748 before continuing back towards the upside. Possibly. All right, Chipotle, interesting. What else? DraftKings. All right, so I got your burritos. What else? Now I got to get your gambling habit. All right. Is it windy outside? If it's not windy, then it sounds like someone's trying to break into my house right now. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay. Just very windy. Dang, dude. Really sounds like somebody's trying to break into the damn house. It's crazy. This is like a wind tunnel over here, too, though. It's always freaking windy. And guess what? It's Thursday, which means it's trash night. Which it always rains or is windy on trash night. Always, man. It never fails. It's really strange, actually. Sorry, that was me. Can I have an hour back?
Nice!
Good movie, man. Shout out to Grind. Okay, man. DraftKings. Ugh. Just right on the surface. Let's take a look, though. That's just first impressions, right? Never judge a book by its cover. You gotta read it a little bit. You gotta set up the chapters. Support lines could be like the chapter of the book. Don't judge it before you analyze it. Don't J before you A. Okay, coming down, you got a level of support here October 30th. Also had which was an area of consolidation back from early September, all right? So you'll definitely want to look to that to give you some support. That's most likely where you're heading. Some bearish divergence was going on the RSI here. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. You were making some higher highs on the RSI, but the price was just like continuing to sell off. Okay, so hitting bearish divergence, showing a little bit of a continuation of the downside, and then it dumped. So from early September, I mean, yuck, dude, it's down 43%. Okay, so you're off. You're off a lot from September, but you might be finding some areas down here to purchase the asset. They can't hit earnings to save their goddamn life, and I know that that's a consequence of being a betting organization. I know that none of them really hit their earnings, but let me see where you're at as far as like Fibonacci levels and stuff. You're at the 113. There's no like harmonic really down there. Class A bullish divergence. If you can start to pivot here, maybe the 4 hour helps you out a little bit. Nope. Nah, I mean, you're just building on the MACD, and the RSI has just been continuous. I mean, you're really oversold on the RSI. So maybe a scalper might want to come in and just try to play the RSI, but other than that, I don't think you even have it. You don't even have Class A on the daily. So there's no sign here showing that sellers are tired of selling DraftKings. You're approaching a level of support, good for you, but you want to start seeing that exhaustion down there, or else it's probably just going to break it. If you break this level at 35.12, I mean, you're going down $30. Yeah, you're going down like $30.80. From there, you're going down to like 27. So, not an area that I would want to buy DraftKings just yet. I want to see a little bit more confirmation of seller exhaustion, because you're oversold, building negative momentum. Yeah, dude. Not interested in DraftKings right now. Okay, I'll bet on their platform and give my money away to them because I suck at betting. But I won't buy their stock. Okay, I'm not going to let them screw me two different ways. Cool. All right, what else? Let's take a look at one of my other favorite stocks, LAC, real quick, just cause. The bearish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence developing on the 4 hours. So it could just be more of a continuation to the upside. Fantastic. We like it. We like it a lot.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, exactly, dude. What, you're gonna buy their stock? You're gonna invest your money into their like you're kind of investing it into them two different ways. So by losing your bets to them, you're investing in their revenue stream. And then by buying their stock, you're investing directly with your cash into their company, which they will then not have made enough on their bets to miss earnings and look horrible on the charts, and then dump in value and cause your money to lose that way as well. All right, so yeah, it's a two-way street. That's a parlay of getting screwed. You're taking the under. That's what your overall portfolio is going to be, the under. But they won't pay you if it hits. They'll just laugh at you. But, I mean, if you wanted to get a little more complex as far as like a short position goes, right below that level of support, you could set up like a limit short the asset, put the stop right above that point of support, so that if it does rally back towards the upside, it'll stop you out pretty low, and then, you know, maybe you have some upside. Let's take a look at a short. This is where we would look to enter the short position. All right, let's take a look here. 12%, and just put it right above. Put it right above at like 35.57. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good, man. You can make a pretty tight stop out of that. I mean, at that point, you've got what, 4.32. Okay, sorry about that. 4.32 to 1 odds. You're risking about 2% to make 12. Yeah, man. If you could figure out how to short, that's not a bad trade right there. You got to confirm breaking that support there, but yeah. And then second target, put it right down here around 27.74. All right, that's your next point of support, looking left. The 20% gain. Hey, short them. Maybe, if it breaks. Or like a teaser. Yeah, dude. Aha, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, a teaser. They're teasing you because they know you're going to lose your money. Yeah, man. Okay. Well, I think that was pretty much it for me. I don't really have too much else to talk about. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin again. Yeah, just continuing to be disgusting. Selling off. Where's it at right now? 56,663. Yeah, man, heading down to that pattern completion zone of the bullish butterfly. All right, at historical support. I might leave the Fibonacci up just so we have an idea of where to look for it, which is right at the 50% retrace. All right, so let's hope, man. I don't know. The context is just not good as far as the oscillator, so we'll see. We'll see. You need to start pivoting down here, though. I'm trying to make some Class A. Continue the Class A. Cool. But we'll leave this all here and just monitor it as it gets to that level. Okay. Don't be too scared. It's okay. We've been here before. All right, guys. Anybody who's watching this in the future, thank you. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, the bell, the subscribe. Want to try and get this message out to as many people as possible so that we're not turning into Shiba Moon boys and buying. I saw a coin today literally called Simp. It's S-I-M-P. Okay, we don't want to be buying that stuff. And if you don't have something to look at and you're just looking at a number, you're just taking other people's advice, and a lot of people for the most part have no idea what they're talking about. All right, so this is just another way to observe and put your money into something with some knowledge behind it. All right, be able to explain to your grandmother why you bought a coin named after a Japanese breed of dog. Okay, because it had hidden divergence, Grandma. We'll see. All right, so yeah, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell, follow the Instagram, the Twitter, join the Discord. We got a few people going on in there, trying to build a little community. The more people that have eyes on more charts, the more opportunity we'll find. All right. So yeah, guys, it's going to do it. Appreciate you being here. Have a good Thursday night. Enjoy some football. And remember to always keep it technical. All right, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Money.
Come on, man.
I trust everything's going swimmingly.
What, you're selling fruit bowls or something? What am I gonna do?
Don't be rude.